Welcome back, Creepaholics Crew. I'm your host, Chanice, and this is part 5 of the Scott Peterson trial. The Modesto police phone recordings of Amber Frey and Scott Peterson. So, the police have been recording the conversations between Amber and Scott. Scott's not only lying to the police, but not being faithful or true or forthcoming with Amber Frey. Laci is still absolutely nowhere to be found. This poor woman, 8 months pregnant, is disappeared without a trace. Here's Exhibit 196T, January 7th, 2005, at 4:13 p.m. Phone recordings between Amber and Scott. The conversations are getting more intense by the minute, and hostile between the two. Amber was already in a bad relationship before. Scott knew about the man she was with. The man ran off to Vegas and married another woman. Then upon arriving, the woman attempted to go after Amber, to the point where she wanted to fight and hurt her. Amber Frey had to plead for safety. This poor woman has been through so much. So now, let's review the phone recording of 196T, 4:13 p.m., 01:07:03. Enjoy. By the way, there are breaks in the audio, which is just Scott's phone breaking off with Amber's, but the connection does reconnect after a few seconds. So don't go away when it gets silent.
Hello?
Scott?
Yes.
Talk?
Amber? Yeah, of course.
Do you have time?
Amber?
Yeah, I'm here. Do you have time to talk?
Yes, I do.
What are you doing at this time?
I've been out doing flyers and I'm going back to the command center to answer emails. The volunteer center.
So you're heading over to the volunteer center right now?
I am.
And you're going to be able to talk to me?
Well, I'm driving. I'll pull over and stop.
Okay. That probably be a good idea.
Okay, let me pull in the place here. I'm just pulling in a parking lot here.
Well, I'm trying to
Okay.
make understanding of all we talked about
Yeah.
this morning.
All right.
I went over to my mom's this morning, and she's gone at work, and I asked her if I could use her computer, and so I got online and then just finding what I could as far as what's going on with this whole case, and disappearance of Laci, and really the only thing, or one thing, I can't say only, that I can gather is that Scott, you really haven't done everything you can yet. I mean, you don't speak in public with your family. There's rumors that you...
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors.
And what happened? How did that go?
Fine. I mean, I have nothing to hide.
You have nothing to hide? And so
No.
you're fine. So then wouldn't I read somewhere that that there's no possible way that you're a suspect at this point? They haven't ruled that out, Scott.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you read it, and as you know these cases go, unfortunately, everyone's a suspect. I'm prime suspect, and all they say is they haven't ruled me out, they haven't ruled me in. And they can't talk about the case. And
they've searched your house and your, warehouse and everything else, and
Yep.
Have they found anything?
No. Otherwise, I wouldn't be, free. They have so little to go on. And yes, I have not spoken to the press because I am not the focus of this. It's finding Laci that's the focus of this.
I know, but you're the husband.
Yes, I am.
And you haven't went before public to plead innocent in any of this.
I am innocent. I don't have to plead it. I know I am. Everyone knows I am.
Everyone knows you are, but...
Except for the media.
Okay.
And it is not the focus of me. We do not want a story of, me or the family, or it's the only things important are Laci's description, the reward, the phone number to call if you can help. That is the focus.
So, a question.
That's why I haven't been in the media.
A question.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, that's what I said. That's why. When they did the candlelight vigil, did you see that?
Got it?
They had, the family, our families on stage.
Yeah.
Like they were I was in the crowd.
Why?
Right below the stage. Because the focus is not families. There's, yes, the families are hurting from this. But Laci is hurting worst of all. Hopefully not. But, that is the focus. There shouldn't be, this, worship or, the focus is so much on the family and their pain, but should be on finding her.
I agree with that. It still doesn't make sense to me that you wouldn't, at one point, do that.
I did a Good Morning America spot.
You did a Good Morning America spot? Really?
Yeah. The day after Christmas. And I made the producer promise me that they would show her photo and the number and the reward. And I made her promise me that 4 times. And they didn't.
Really?
All they showed was me. So I've learned quickly that the media will not do that unless that's all they have. And we have a media consultant here. And it's her theory that this is how it should be done also. So that's what we're doing. And yes, it is brutal to hear that I'm guilty. I walk up to people on the street when I'm, out knocking door to door, and people tell me without knowing who I am that I had something to do with this.
Scott.
Yeah.
So, you not speaking in public has anything to do with being exposed, or that I might catch a glimpse of you up there on stage?
No.
It has nothing to do with that?
No. It has to do with keeping Laci, her picture, as the focus. And it's the way to manage the media, so hopefully they will stay here, they will cover the story, and she'll be found.
Well, the media says that the police are working very hard on this.
They are. They're doing an amazing job. They're looking everywhere.
So do you think that you're smarter than the police?
No, why? I don't understand.
You just seem to have everything so under control and so focused and so positive. I mean, certainly that'd be the attitude you should have. I just was curious to know if you thought that.
Well, I mean, the police can do what they can do with the searches and the dogs, and the, knowing who's a sexual offender and who's on parole, and that is their role. The only thing that we can do is try to get more and more awareness, so hopefully there's a tip from someone. So that's my role.
I was curious about this boat that you purchased. I thought we had a discussion, well, actually that December 9th, that weekend before, you were out with the boys on the boat.
Yeah, sailing.
Sailing? Where were you sailing?
In the bay.
In the bay. And whose boat were you sailing on?
His name is Greg Rogue.
You said that nobody had a good time that weekend because you were so upset about lying to me about being married.
Yep.
And you said you didn't have a boat, or that you were going to sell your boat, I think is what you had said. You said, I don't even know why. I should just sell my boat. But I'm reading in the paper,
No.
you just bought a boat. And how does that make
Well, I have a little fishing boat, but I'd like to have a big sailboat.
You would like to have, but you don't have.
Right, I'd love to have a sailboat like you guys have.
And when you had told, okay, this is one thing that I'm trying to understand too, is that Sunday, December 22nd, when you called me from Sacramento, you had said that your parents were already in Maine and that you were going to be meeting up with them. And you called me later from a payphone, you said, and I remember I questioned you, why is it restricted? And you said, I don't know, usually don't they show? And I said, I thought they did. And you said you were, where were you at? Chicago or somewhere, delayed. You were hoping for an earlier flight, but you didn't make that. Why? You weren't.
Amber, I lied to you about the travel to Maine.
But you started that lie from 11/20 of last year, and you continued lying and told me that Sunday that you had just gotten to town from where were you? New Mexico or whatever, and then you just got in and you just packed your bags and you're getting ready to leave to meet your parents that were already in Maine.
I lied to you about the travel to Maine.
Why? Why would you lie to me about the travel in Maine?
Because I couldn't spend the holidays with you.
Why couldn't you be honest with me in the beginning on December 9th?
I should have been.
Why couldn't you have been?
I don't know.
I mean, at this point, what do you expect now? Do you still get, do you have these feelings that you and I have something, or that...
I don't think so after I lied to you.
With me?
I don't think it's possible after I lied to you this much. I don't think you could ever trust me. And, just like you said, the cornerstone.
What about the cornerstone?
You said trust is a cornerstone, right? I don't think you could ever trust me again.
I never put those words, trust is a cornerstone. It's not a...
Oh, I thought you told me that one.
No. It didn't come out of my mouth. It must have been another one of me. Because, you tell me you're faithful to me and that there is no one else, but you can lie to me of all these other things. How can I believe that to be true?
I know it. That's why I know you'll probably never be able to trust me.
Well, how would you want me to see you as a person, or
different than what I've done to you?
So what would you be willing, or what are you going to do in order to regain that respect or that trust from me?
I think that could only take time.
Time?
Time and experience, yeah. If it's possible.
And in time, what's going to come of all this? We built, I don't know. I could just, everything else has been elaborate. I might as well throw some more in there. You do all these things and you're still not proven in any way guilty of this disappearance or loss of Laci Peterson, and that the things come or prevail and show truth or whatever else. The thing is, the police will eventually find Laci Peterson. You do know that, right?
Yes.
And the police they will not give up on this until she is found.
I know, it's good.
And how many more lies are there going to be?
None. But, I can only show that to you through time and experience. Like you said, actions speak louder than words.
Yes.
So it would take a lot of actions
What actions are you going to take?
But that's what I'm saying. It can only be time and experience.
What experience?
Experience of me being trustworthy to you.
So you still do have hope in your heart that I can still be here for you?
Yeah. You must know that.
I must know what?
That that's true.
What's true?
What you just said.
Why don't you repeat it and tell me again?
That I still would hold in my heart that there could be some future relationship with us.
How is a relationship supposed to be built on deception and lies, though?
Exactly, it can't be.
It can't be, but you still have those hopes.
Yeah.
You know,
So the only hope is some kind of starting of her ability.
all I have to say, it would take a miracle for that to happen.
I know that.
You know, last night you said to me, if I call you, you would tell me the truth. I called you today.
Yeah.
So what truth are you going to tell me?
Everything I've said today is the truth.
And everything you said yesterday was a lie?
No. Well, the first phone call, some of it, yes. Okay, I wasn't in Madrid. That was a lie. The second phone call was only the truth.
So, did you even go on that fishing trip in Alaska with your family?
Yes.
With your dad and your uncle and your brother?
No, it's my brother.
It was just your brother?
Mm-hmm.
You went to Alaska with your brother for Thanksgiving.
That's that?
I said you went to Alaska with your brother for Thanksgiving. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
So you were actually gone that whole week. That wasn't just a lie, too.
Right.
But everything today you're telling me is going to be the truth, right? Because
I know you can't believe me now. And if I say it's the truth, it doesn't mean anything now to you.
so I guess you
So you have
I guess
to...
you're putting yourself out on that one, huh? You've already, either way, it doesn't matter, right? So
No, it matters to me.
attitude.
It matters to me. And I don't think that you will, trust that this is the truth now until you see some kind of, like you say, actions speak louder than words, and some, actions and time and all that. I mean, do you think that's rational? Is that true?
What was that?
What do you think of that statement?
You're going to have to tell me that statement again, because I'm just so overwhelmed right now.
Yeah.
Tell me that
I was just saying that, okay, what I say to you now, and what I have been saying, is the truth. And only I know that because I've made it so you can't trust in me. So it's obviously important to me. Now, the only way you can believe it is, by seeing actions in time and results and experiences between you and I.
they've all been lies.
There have been far too many. One is far too many.
I'd agree with that. So were you able to sleep last night?
I haven't slept in weeks. 2 weeks.
But you're able to...
Well, from exhaustion I do, but...
Okay, so you're telling me that everything today is the truth.
Yes.
And all you could ask is that I trust you, or that we could start all over again, and in this trust, and that this is day one, and trusting you. Is this what you're telling me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Day one of actions and experience and starting new.
Okay, so what if I tell you I'm willing to stop arguing about your lies and start over?
I think that'd be wonderful. That would be that miracle happening. That would be that hope that I have.
Really? There's the other phone.
Yes.
Do you want me to hold?
No. I turned it off.
Who's calling?
I don't know.
You didn't look?
It's not in my phone book, so it's not important to me right now, Amber.
Scott, I'm concerned. I'm concerned, and I'm looking past this right now. That even if we continued in a relationship, we could be out for dinner one night, and the cops could come over or at our home or wherever and arrest you for Laci's murder.
No.
How can I be sure this will not occur?
Because I had nothing to do with it. The only vindication in that realm that I'll have is when they find her.
So how are you going to plead your innocence?
I don't have to. I know I'm innocent. They know I'm innocent. Everyone close to this knows I'm innocent. I don't care about the media or the 70% of the population out there who's ignorant and foolish and, immediately jumps to a conclusion.
Now, in regards, or to put media and everybody aside and just focus, for me to just focus on what I know. How do you perceive this through my eyes, Scott?
I mean, the same way that you do.
Explain. How? Because I'm
hurt,
sure I know what
angry, just, so stomped on and treated so inappropriately and not deserving of this.
That's not answering my question.
What's that?
I said that's not answering my question, and I know you're very intelligent.
Isn't that what you're feeling?
It's not what my question was.
I misunderstood then. Perceived in your eyes, what do you mean then?
From what you've shed light on me, and what I've seen as far as coverage, and I'm not going to take everything in coverage verbatim or in the media, because I understand people say things and people want a certain reaction about something. I understand that. And what I'm saying is, how do you see, just think yourself and look through my eyes right now and in my shoes, and you tell me how I should perceive this.
If you're talking about guilt or innocence, or are you talking about
the total picture, Scott? The total picture.
I would hope that you know me well enough, as does, our families, to know that there's no possible way I had anything to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's an ignorant public and a media that needs some kind of scandal.
I'm ignorant right now, Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are not answering my question.
I'm not sure what they are then, because I think I'm answering what I'm hearing.
You're more, what is that, genre? What was the word you kept speaking of about, and about...
different kinds of movies?
Well, in part, and how you like to find the movies that make you think, or are intelligent. I'm asking you a question to make you think, okay?
Yeah.
Follow me.
Okay.
I don't think it's that hard for you, too.
Okay.
You're avoiding
then ask it again. No, I'm not. I'm trying to answer.
Then maybe just take a moment and think about it and answer.
Okay. What's the question, Amber?
Question again. Stand in my shoes and look through my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it for me? What is it that I'm supposed to perceive of all of this? You standing in my shoes of what I know of how many lies you've told me in this since day one that I've met you until last night in the conversation and what I've read in this coverage. How am I supposed to perceive all of this? Tell me.
I would consider me a complete asshole who's done something to Amber that she does not deserve, and question if you could ever trust me again.
Okay, again, you're not looking through my eyes. I'd be looking in... No, that's not looking through my eyes, Scott.
Okay.
Is my question so hard for you to answer? Or to
I'm trying to, Amber.
Grasp and hold?
It is. It is. I'm trying to understand it.
Really?
If I'm looking through your eyes, how you perceive this situation.
Yes.
And I'm describing what I have done to you.
Yeah, exactly. You're describing how you feel what you've put me through. No.
And that's how you should feel also.
That's how I should feel. I should look at you and think, oh, this guy is such an asshole. This guy, this, and this.
Well, I guess I'm looking through my eyes at the situation from your viewpoint.
I'm telling you to stand in my shoes. To walk in...
If I'm staying in your shoes, I'm thinking then that you're asking, how could I have trusted him? How could he have done this to me? I expected more of him. How is the situation, how does this come up to harm me in this way? Knowing, that you don't deserve this. Wondering why it's happening to you. Am I in your eyes now? Amber?
I think you're so far from it.
Am I? Help me understand that.
You could help me understand.
I'm trying.
I could live with the truth. I cannot live a life based on lies, Scott.
I know that.
So looking through my eyes and standing in my shoes right now.
Tell me what you're feeling.
Deceit from day one.
Yeah.
I see this elaborate lie unveil in front of me.
Yeah.
And what I see before me is unbelievable. This can't be happening to me. This can't be happening to the person I met November 20th. This person I was led to believe is the person I was led to believe this caring and attentive, thoughtful man. And what's revealed to me in all this, in all these lies, I don't know what. I don't know what it is I'm supposed to perceive of all this, or what... I don't see, or I don't understand. When we were at Itoya, you told me you're going fishing with your family, your uncle and your dad was going to be there, and all these people. And even afterwards you told me that. But just now today you said, no, you just went with your brother. But you're telling me you're going to be the holidays in Maine with your family, and that you'd be in Europe. This was already something you told me then. Why did you continue with this whole elaborate lie all the way up until last night?
I don't know.
So are you wanting my respect in all of this?
I have destroyed any respect you could have for me.
So is that it? I yes or a no?
I want, obviously.
I want. Wants and needs. I think we had that discussion.
Well, I need it too. I desire it, I hope for it. But I know it's difficult. Beyond difficult, that's not even the right word.
Yeah, that's understatement.
Yeah.
So tell me, well, okay, before, I don't even know. At this point, I'm just so tired. I've not slept.
Yeah.
What I want you to tell me is everything that happened from the beginning in Indian night before Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I can do that.
What happened?
I can't tell you that now.
You can't tell me that now?
No. Well, I lied to you about traveling to Maine. Because I couldn't spend the holidays with you. Mm-hmm. And then the next thing I know, she disappeared.
Okay. What I remember, the 22nd, those days you calling me, one from there, wherever that payphone was, from Sacramento.
Yep.
You say the airport. And then you called me again to say you were in Chicago or whatever. You were in
Yep, I lied to you about all that travel.
So what happened Monday? I didn't talk to you Monday, did I?
I don't recall.
I don't recall either. So what happened on Monday? See how you obviously weren't in between flights and things
Yeah.
like that. So
On Monday,
Yes.
I think I worked Monday.
You worked Monday.
I think so. Either that or I wouldn't play golf.
A little bit harder. You golfed? Maybe? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? What else did you do Monday?
I know I worked out in the afternoon. I think I went to work in the morning and played golf and then worked out in the afternoon.
Was that, I can't remember, you had called me one time to say you're on the way to the gym for your 5-minute workout or something.
Yep.
And what else did you do Monday?
Got my hair cut.
Got your hair cut. Wasn't it raining on
Had
Monday?
a pizza and watched the, No?
No?
No.
And, okay, Tuesday, which would be Christmas Eve, right?
Yep.
Tuesday morning, let's see. I think you called me to tell me you're going duck hunting, right?
I think so.
And that was a tour-guided duck hunt with your dad and a tour guide, right?
That was a complete lie.
Well, I remember that very clearly because my dad had just left. You called me again. Okay. Oh, I thought you had called me again that day. I'm not sure. But is it in the paper on that day you were fishing in the bay by yourself?
Mm-hmm. And then the duck hunting, the travel was a complete lie.
Oh, but now...
And I went fishing.
But now that story's true, though.
It is.
And, you called me again when? When was the next time you remember calling me?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
I thought I was somebody important in your life and that we had a relationship and that I was the only thing you thought about.
Amber, I care about you. Great deal.
I remember when you called me next.
When was that?
Why do you think I would remember why you called me next? Because I put you in such a place in my heart that I could only, the anticipation each time I'd hear from you would just go so great each time. You called me on Christmas Day. Not only once, but twice.
Did I?
And that was the night, well, Doug had told you, you tell a lady you're in a call, you call. Especially on Christmas. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In our conversation, you said, oh, that was my mom. She asked if I could sit down. I told her I was in a discussion with you. You never told her you were in a discussion with me. You said you were in a discussion.
Right.
And the the thing you wanted me to do, the first thing when I saw you was, why did you ask me to sing that song?
Sounded adorable.
You thought it was adorable?
Yeah.
In all this, your wife all of a sudden became missing or had disappeared.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why don't you do some talking and whatnots? Because
I don't know what to say except that you don't deserve this.
you said that.
That's the only thing.
You haven't said to me before.
That's the only important thing, Amber. The only important thing.
What's the only
For you to know that you do not deserve this. The important thing is that for you.
You keep saying that you can't tell me right now and that you know the details, but you can't say anything right now. I mean, how can you live with that, knowing details and not saying anything about them?
I have told who's appropriate, who needs to know now, and I simply have to hold back.
Go on.
That's it. It can't be done now.
So, what I can't understand is why you're lying to me now. Before
I'm not lying to you now, Amber.
you're married, you lied because what gratification and what did you benefit from lying from me, Scott?
Nothing.
What were you hoping to gain or benefit from lying to me? You can't tell me nothing.
I don't know.
But Scott, you think about me all
I don't know why. What's that?
But you think about me all the time.
I do.
So if you had nothing to do with the disappearance, Scott, then why can't you tell me about it?
I can tell you everything about the disappearance.
Okay, tell me.
I mean, I went fishing that morning, and we were supposed to meet up at 4.
Who is we?
Laci and I, to go to her parents' house for Christmas Eve. And I got to the house, and she wasn't there. And I called. I thought she'd be at her parents, and she wasn't there, so we immediately started searching.
Immediately?
Yeah. I checked with all the houses around there, and Ron, who is her stepfather, called the hospitals, and we went down into the park where she normally walks in case something happened to her there. Searched that area, and Ron called the police, and they sent out helicopter and dogs and everything. Since then, we have set up the volunteer center, and I open in the morning and get the volunteers going, and the tremendous staff of her friends who come in and help out during the day, and I am working out. I was doing searches, and now I'm hanging up flyers, and we're all trying to spark a tip. They'll find her.
Well, I understand that.
We're losing volunteers every day. I mean, I don't think many people came in to help today. And now it's going to be a media management kind of thing, I believe, that will find her.
So how do you feel about people giving up hope or, kind of breaking off from the volunteer stuff? How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad. There's a core group of people who we keep on working, but it's strangers that are falling off in number. And it's inevitable. hopefully there'll be more people out this weekend, but it's kind of inevitable when people went back to work. And,
other people's lives have to continue, and
of course,
move on.
Yeah, that's why it's inevitable.
So where's your life stand at this point, or at that point?
This is what I'm dedicated to right now.
And I understand,
Until there's some resolution.
Until there's some resolution.
Yeah.
So, now, January 25th comes by, and, media's died down. I still have not heard any of this stuff. You'd come back into town, and then what? And then you would, of course, want to see me, and I'd be elated and anxious to see you. Then...
I'm too weak is the biggest part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it took me until then to tell you.
So you were going to, and then you would, of course, want to see me, and I'd be elated and anxious to see you. Then...
Either I'm too weak, well, I know that's a big part of it, and you are going through things, and I'm too weak is the biggest part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it took me until then to tell you.
So you were going to, you were going to come in,
That was far too long for you to not know.
13 days?
Yeah, that was way too long. You should have known day one.
No, you just continued this whole elaborate lie to me that you're in Paris, Brussels,
Yes, I did. I did.
So then you're telling me you do have a plan then, right?
A plan?
A plan. As far as, you say how you're going to do that and everything else you're going to tell me.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you day one. I should have.
Okay, but you didn't.
I know that.
You didn't. And so in your timeline...
I know, it took me so long.
So in your timeline of, I'm just going to stick to the timeline you gave me, January 25th, you were going to come into town, and I was going to, you heard time and time again how anxious I was for that day to come.
Yeah.
My countdown of, until I get to see you again, until I get to be with you, until I get to hold you and smell you, and all these things. I don't, it's hard for me to believe that you wouldn't have let that all happen. And just, I guess, some way put this all behind you?
I don't know what to say to that.
That, I just would never...
This was not supposed...
Not supposed to what?
About me lying about the travel.
Mm-hmm. What were you going to say?
Yeah.
Was not supposed to what?
Well, this disappearance changed everything. And this situation changed everything.
Where was the situation before all this happened? In your mind, Scott?
You know what it was.
No, I know. I know what I thought and led to believe it was between you and I. But what about Laci? What was she led to believe in knowing what was going on? We obviously had no understanding of each other.
What's that?
I said we obviously had no understanding of each other.
Well, because I like you.
Because you like...
That's why. Yeah, that's why you couldn't understand me.
What?
That's why you couldn't understand me, is because I lied to you.
What are you talking about? I couldn't understand you because you lied to me?
Yeah, you said that we obviously had no understanding of each other. Yeah, you did not have an understanding of me. Or, the situation because I lied to you.
But I'm saying, now, was Laci aware of the situation about me?
Yes.
She was?
Yeah.
Really? How'd she respond about it?
Fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
An 8-month woman fine? About another woman?
You don't know all the facts. Amber, you don't know all the facts.
Oh. She was okay with it, but you continued to lie to me and couldn't be with me at the holidays. But she was okay? She was fine with knowing about me?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, this reminds me of, didn't I tell you about a relationship earlier? It was why I felt like I was in the relationship or preparation of and to my daughter's, my pregnancy with my daughter and her father. Did I tell you about that story?
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
And she was okay with that, huh? That's very hard to believe because I've been in a situation like this before, Scott.
Yeah.
And that person was not okay. She wanted to rip my eyes out.
Yeah.
You're telling me Laci was okay and fine with me?
I know you can't believe me. Wish you could. I hope to gain your trust again. And I have the hope that we can have some relationship.
So was I ever going to get a dinner invitation to meet the folks?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, when? At what point? When?
Soon.
Soon? And how would you introduce me as?
As Amber.
As Amber. What happened to me?
As you. You don't want me to say that right now.
You're going to introduce me to your folks as Amber.
No, I would introduce you as who you are to me.
And who am I to you?
You are so special to me. It's so wonderful. I wanted it.
You always stop in the middle of a thought?
I do.
We could always pick up from where you left off.
I said it. I said what I need to say.
What was that?
Won't you? I said what I need to say.
So in that fun, when was that going to happen?
Soon.
Soon?
The situation delays it, obviously.
The situation delays it, obviously.
Yeah, we need resolution and Laci disappearing.
You weren't even separated or divorced from her. How would that be appropriate?
Amber, you don't know all the facts.
Well, then why don't you,
I can't.
Why?
I had to say it so many times last night. Can't tell you everything now.
Can't tell me everything now. Can't tell me everything now. That's going to be inbred in my head.
I know it. I don't want to say it to you again.
So is this whole search for Laci taking longer than you thought it would?
I don't know how long. We want to find her as soon as we can. Obviously, I had no expectations because who would know that she would disappear?
Obviously, Scott, from what I could gather and see, the whole nation is wanting to find Laci.
Definitely. She does not deserve,
She does not deserve.
She was abducted, disappeared, and she needs to be found.
here.
Okay.
That all too familiar silence.
Yeah. Okay,
Why? I know why I'm silent, but why are you so silent?
I said what I can and what I need to say. And it's not enough for you. It's not enough for me. But it's right for now.
Where are you now?
Well, I'm in this parking lot on the side of the road, and I'd like to continue to speak to you, obviously. Okay, but I'm going to start driving down to
Why are you?
the volunteer center.
You're gonna start driving back to the volunteer center?
Well, that's where I was headed. I mean, I want to continue to talk to you. And I know that, well, I just turned the cop again. I know that I can't answer all your questions, and I can't tell you why this is happening to you, and I don't know what I can do for you.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you these things. You know, I can only draw a conclusion that you could possibly have something to do with this disappearance of Laci.
That's not true.
And that the truth that you talk about that you can't tell me, wouldn't that reveal the truth or reveal what's going on?
Reveal my uninvolvement? No.
Reveal your uninvolvement? I don't understand.
Well, I am not involved in the disappearance of Laci.
You're not involved with her disappearance.
No.
Who is involved?
We need to find those people to find her.
So you don't know, is what you're telling me.
I have no idea.
But you know things that you can't tell me at this time.
Yes. Not regarding her disappearance,
Who can you tell, though? Not regarding her disappearance. What is it regarding? Be more specific.
No.
Why?
I can't.
Okay, first, I'm a person you're wanting to plead a second chance to.
I have hope, yes.
And hope. And starting, or that there, you know, you have this hope there, but you still, after all of this, can't tell me?
I can't.
How does that make sense?
It is the appropriate thing to do right now.
The appropriate thing to do for who?
For everyone.
Who's everyone's not? I'm not everyone. I'm
You are.
myself and I.
You are part of everyone. That's the appropriate thing to be doing right now.
You don't think this insults me? Like I can't understand it or something?
No, you can understand it. Everyone can understand it. It's just not appropriate for people. Yeah, it's like we can't talk about it.
Oh, we just can't talk about it.
No. I'm sorry, and that is for the good of everyone. Until we reach a resolution.
Well, thanks for your confidence and trust. And
I have total confidence and trust in you more than anyone else. And I'm sorry that is the fact. That it is just not the right thing to be doing.
So it's that you can't tell me or you won't tell me?
I won't because it is not the right thing.
When is it the right...
I won't tell.
When is it the right time?
When we reach resolution in this.
When you reach resolution.
Yeah.
Well, you've got my head spinning pretty good.
I'm sorry?
I said you've got my head spinning pretty good.
I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry for the situation. And I'm sorry that you're involved in this. And all I can continue to say is it's not... You don't deserve it. Read a little bit of Matthew. Is it 18:13?
What?
Matthew 18:13 today.
What about it?
First time I've looked at a Bible in a long time.
What was that?
It's the first time I've looked at a Bible in a long time.
Why were you looking at Matthew 18?
Parable of the sower.
That's not good.
No, it's 13, 18, and chapter 13, verse 18.
Starts at 13.
Chapter 13, right?
Yes, you're correct.
And then is in verse 18 where it says the parable of the sower?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about it?
I only got started, but I'll be going back to it now.
Would you like me to read it verbatim?
Please.
Really?
Yeah.
Where would you like me to begin?
How about that spot, verse 13? Or verse 18, sorry.
What happened before that?
I don't know, that's where I picked it up.
I know. So you've read 1 through 18?
No, I picked it up at chapter 13, verse 18. And I read Parable of the Sower.
But you missed the whole importance of...
Oh, did I?
I would think so.
Okay. Well, pick it up where you feel it's appropriate.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's too time consuming.
What's that?
Too time consuming. You could... I know you could read yourself, so
I'll read it tonight.
sit down and just see where it guides you.
Okay. I'll do that tonight. And I think the only thing we said right now, Amber, is that I think what I've said many times, you don't deserve this, and I'm sorry the situation is doing it to us. And I'm sorry that I lied to you. I'm glad you called, though.
Sounds like you're going to be getting off the phone.
No, I'm prepared, and I would like to speak to you as long as you want. So I just wanted to make sure that's said, in case, you just, and I totally understand if you say, don't call me, I'll call you. I understand and respect that.
Oh, I feel this conflict and attraction to you, This is going to make any sense, or if that even begins to make any sense, then... Oh, I have another call. Are you there?
Amber? Yeah. Amber?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just...
We don't know what to say, do we?
Well, there's just so many things. I mean, I have so many questions. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
not to keep repeating myself, but and to try to find answers in which you just are so uncooperative to answer. It's very frustrating.
Oh, no question.
It's very frustrating to be going through this right now and not to have this fear inside my heart that you had something to do with this and that you may have possibly and potentially have killed your wife.
No, you don't need to have that fear. You know me well.
What was that?
I'm not an evil guy.
You're not an evil guy. Find that because
I lied to you.
you lied to me.
But I'm not an evil person.
Okay, so you're going. I'm just holding on to this that you're telling me you will do anything for me that I trust you.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
What are you willing to do for me so that I can trust you and believe and know in my heart that
I think
do with her?
the only thing is after resolution in this is that you see my actions over time and you will hopefully, be able to trust me. I will do everything to ensure that.
Really?
Yes.
can you prove that to me?
I don't know.
Find the answer.
Okay. I'll find the answer.
Really? So what else are you willing to do, or do you feel that you can do to prove and have me trust you? I mean, what is it that...
Anything you ask.
Anything I ask? Anything?
Yeah.
Anything?
Yes.
There's exceptions then.
No.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Well, there is right now, but there won't be in the future. After a resolution of this, after we find Laci, anything you ask is done.
And after this, but beforehand, there's exceptions?
No, there's no exception from this point.
Exceptions.
So there are exceptions at this point. There are things that we cannot talk about now.
Okay.
But after resolution, there are no exceptions.
Okay. So one thing I want you to do, well, obviously I just said the one thing I want you to do. I want you to prove something.
Okay, I will.
I want that tomorrow. I will give you a time. For you.
I'll try.
No time. You will make it possible.
Well, okay. I hope I can do it.
You hope?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, I need you to help me with this and to think about this now.
Okay.
I'm asking you to prove this to me now. How do you...
Yeah.
Okay, I have a suggestion as far as how you can prove that to me. Because at this
Okay.
I don't feel I could see you in person.
No. Of course not.
Of course not. Well, one, of course not. You can't be seen in public with me. And
You don't need the media chasing you.
I'm not afraid of the media, Scott.
Okay.
I have nothing to hide. I've done
I
nothing.
know that. You're right.
So, my thought in this, Scott,
Yes.
because I'm not going to physically meet you, and, that's not something to do. I want
Right.
you to go in front of the press.
Think I can do that?
You think?
I have to ask. I have to ask the police.
I don't see where I would disagree for a plea of innocence.
True.
Am I important enough to you to tell me the truth? And I mean,
Yes, and I have.
and stop this shit about I can't tell you right now and all this.
If I could, I would tell you everything now.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go back with that because I'm sick of hearing that. It's
I know, it's ridiculous.
exhausting, and
Yes.
I'm quite irritated with it.
Right. As you should, understandably.
Okay, so tomorrow, I want you to commit to this, Scott. I want you to commit to this because you can...
I can't say I can do it.
Yes, you can, because you can commit to this. You have every power to do this. I want to see... I want to see this tomorrow. I want to see...
Amber.
I want to see you speak in public. It could be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. It could be very short and brief. I want for you, if you want in my respect and my trust and everything else, then you will do this for me, Scott, for us. And if you honestly, and I won't know this, and I have no way of knowing, and don't tell me either way, because if it's another lie, I just can't bear it. Then, take it. I mean, you still have the rest of the day, there's tomorrow, and there's enough time for you to do all these things. And do you have any, if there's any truth in what you say, and you tell me about you and I, then you will do this for us.
Okay.
I need to hear it. I need to hear it from you that you're going to do this.
I need to check with the police.
You need to check with the police.
That was phone recording 196T. So in the recording, he tells Amber he can't be with her because she will never trust him the way she trusted him in the beginning. She has no reason at all to even try. He claims he lied about his trip to Maine because he had to spend Christmas with his wife, Laci. He says that he lied and doesn't know why. He never told her. Then she says he lied to her about his boat, not having one. But the media reveals that he had bought one, a brand new fishing boat. He also claims that the media is corrupting the search for Laci, and that is not listening to him when he asks for Laci's photo, award amount, and phone numbers to be shown when he does the interviews on TV. But Scott claims that they lied to him about it just to get him on TV to incriminate him further. This is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. This just keeps changing his story and keeps blaming everyone else but himself. Amber is persistent, even though she is so hurt and helpless and has her daughter in this unforsaken situation. She is still trying to help police bring Laci home and bring justice to her family, and to convict Scott for his lies, betrayal, and possible connection with Laci Peterson's homicide, which at this point, he's hiding something. We have two more phone recordings. One more phone recording. 196S, January 6, 2003, 11:29 p.m. This will be our final one in our next episode, the final ending to our case. We also have some exciting news as well, so tune in. Was Scott convicted for the mayhem? Did Amber find the truth of where Laci is? Will Scott try to escape all of this and find a new place to live? All this and more on our next episode of Creepaholics, the Scott Peterson Trial Part 6, Scott's Conviction, Laci's Resurrection of Justice. Keep creeping it real, Creepaholics Crew. Until next time, I'm your host, Chanice, signing off.
You were the shadow to my